Hey everyone, today, we're diving deep into a massive mobile OS showdown. We've got iOS 26, the latest from Apple, facing off against Samsung's current champion, One UI 8, and its rumored successor, One UI 8.5. We're going to cut through the marketing, sift through the leaks, and figure out which operating system is actually shaping the future of your phone. No fluff, just the facts and a bit of informed speculation. Let's get right into it. First up, let's talk about the baseline Apple's iOS 26, which landed back in September 2025. The biggest headline here is the visual overhaul called Liquid Glass. Think translucent elements, a sense of fluid depth, and clever layering that makes the whole interface feel more alive and dimensional. It's a significant departure from the flatter designs we've gotten used to. Beyond the looks, Apple Intelligence is now supercharged with visual intelligence. This means your phone can understand what's on your screen, whether it's text or an image, and offer you contextual actions like summaries, quick searches, or translations. Speaking of which, live translation is now baked into core apps like Messages and FaceTime, breaking down language barriers in real time. Another huge feature is call screening and hold assist. If you get a call from an unknown number, iOS can now screen it for you, transcribe what the person is saying, and let you decide whether to answer, all without you having to pick up. Of course, core apps like Maps and Wallet got their usual upgrades, and widgets have more layout flexibility. Apple is still hammering home its privacy-first approach, emphasizing that many of these smart features run directly on your device. But it's not all perfect. The strength of iOS 26 is its polish and tight integration with the hardware. It just feels cohesive. The risk. That new liquid glass design is heavier, and older iPhones might feel a bit sluggish. Also, as we've seen before, some of these killer new features might be limited to certain regions or only available on the newest iPhone models. And with any major redesign, there's always the chance of early bugs. Now, let us switch over to the Android side and look at what's real right now on UI 8, built on Android 16. Samsung's big push, unsurprisingly, is Galaxy AI. They're going all in on multimodal intelligence, meaning the OS uses vision, audio, and context to anticipate what you need and suggest actions. It feels more proactive than ever before. One of the coolest, most talked about features is the adaptive lock screen clock. If you have a photo of a person or a pet as your wallpaper, the clock can intelligently reposition itself around them, creating a really dynamic and personalized look. It's a small touch, but it shows Samsung's attention to detail. For communication, they've added call captions, which provides a live text transcription of your phone calls, similar to what Google offers. For power users, multitasking has seen some great improvements. You can now do a 90-10 split screen, which is perfect for keeping a small app like a calculator or notes handy while another app takes up most of the screen. Dex is also getting a redesign, shifting towards a more standard Android desktop mode with better floating windows. And, as always, they've refined things like Quick Share and the Secure folder, making them easier to use and more secure. The main caveat with One UI 8 is that it has more of a refinement than a revolution. The AI integration is deep, but the core experience will feel familiar to longtime Samsung users. And just like with any major Android update, not all features will be available on every Galaxy device. Your model, region, and hardware will determine what you get, and you should probably expect a few bugs in the initial rollout phase. Okay, now for the really juicy part, the leaks and rumors surrounding One UI 8.5. Remember, take all of this with a grain of salt, as these features are speculative and might not make it to the final release. But if they do, things could get very interesting. One of the most exciting rumors is a private display mode. This would limit the viewing angles of your screen, making it difficult for someone sitting next to you to see what you're doing. A huge win for privacy. There's also talk of automatic call screening, where the system would handle suspicious calls entirely on its own, a step beyond what iOS 26 offers. File sharing could get a whole lot simpler with NFC-based quick share. Just tap the phones together to initiate a transfer, no more fiddling with menus. And for the customization fiends, leaks suggest the quick panel will become fully customizable, letting you move, resize, and rearrange toggles however you want. Visually, this is where it gets spicy. Rumors claim One UI 8.5 will borrow heavily from Apple's liquid glass design, incorporating more translucency, rounded corners, and depth. Some hands-on reports from early builds confirm this, noting that the settings menu feels smoother and more spaced out, with the search bar even moving to the bottom for easier one-handed use. It seems Samsung might be trying to get the best of both worlds, Apple's aesthetic polish combined with Android's flexibility. We're also hearing about a ton of new AI features, like a meeting assistant for real-time translation during meetings, a smart clipboard, and even creative upgrades like LUT profiles for video recording. If even half of these leaks are true, One UI 8.5 could be a massive update. The biggest risk, of course, is that it's all just smoke and mirrors, or that these features will be exclusive to the upcoming Galaxy S26 series. So, let's put it all together. How do these three operating systems stack up side by side? In terms of design, iOS 26 has its polished liquid glass. One UI 8 is a refinement of what we already know. But One UI 8.5 is the wild card, rumored to be adopting a similar glassy aesthetic. It's a clear sign that both companies see this as the next big thing in UI design. For multitasking, Samsung is the undisputed champ. One UI 8's flexible split screen and DeX are miles ahead of what iOS offers. Apple is still playing catch-up in this department. When it comes to call management, it's a tight race. Apple's call screening is slick, but Samsung's rumored automatic screening in 8.5 could leapfrog it. Both are offering live translation and captioning, which is fantastic for everyone. On privacy, Apple has the stronger brand reputation with its on-device processing. But Samsung is making huge strides with features like the secure folder and the rumored private display mode, giving users more direct control over their privacy in specific situations. And for AI, both are all in. Apple Intelligence is deeply integrated and feels seamless. Galaxy AI is more about proactive suggestions and powerful, user-facing tools. The rumored expansion in One UI 8.5 suggests Samsung plans to double down on giving users a suite of high-powered assistants for every task. Alright, after all that, here's my take. If you want a stable, polished, and incredibly cohesive experience where everything just works, iOS 26 is the safe and solid bet. It's a beautiful and intelligent OS, even if it doesn't offer the most freedom. One UI 8 is the benchmark for a powerful Android experience right now. It balances deep AI features with the customization and control that power users love. It's a fantastic, refined OS for anyone on a modern Samsung device. But One UI 8.5 is the one I'm most excited about. It's the wild card. If the rumors are true, Samsung could be on the verge of delivering an OS that has the aesthetic flair of iOS while maintaining the powerful flexibility of Android. It could be the ultimate have your cake and eat it to update. So, which one is for you? If you value stability and a seamless ecosystem above all, stick with iOS 26. But if you're a Samsung user who craves power, flexibility, and a glimpse into a very exciting future, hold on tight, because One UI 8.5 could be a game changer. What do you think? Which OS are you most excited about? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.